let's talk a little bit about whole grains. Here's a diagram of a grain. This could be wheat or rice. Here you have the whole of the grain here. This part here on the outside is the bran that contains our B vitamins or vitamins. Riboflavin, thiamine, niacin, pyroxene or B6. These are vital nutrients. They are involved in the metabolism of carbohydrates, and they enable us to get energy from carbohydrate, protein and fat. They're water soluble, particularly thiamines, vital in the production of pyruvate, in the production of glycolysis, the breaking down of carbohydrates into glucose to be used by our cells. Sources would be enriched grains or whole grains that have not had them removed, legumes, gluten-free soy milks, and then moving on to riboflavin. It again helps in the process of breaking down of carbohydrates, fats and carbohydrates. It's involved in the production of ATP, which is an energy source in our cells. It converts tryptophan to niacin. It helps red blood cell production and helps our vision. So again, super important nutrient. Now, niacin or B3, found in beef, chicken, fish, peanuts. It's involved in the production of hormones. It converts carbohydrate to glucose, helps our nervous system function properly. And then another important B vitamin or pyroxene, B6, is also involved in fat, carbohydrate and protein metabolism. It's also involved in production of hemoglobin, that vital part of our red blood cells that helps to carry oxygen around our body. It's also involved in the production of neurotransmitters such as serotonin and norepinephrine, and formation of myelin, the sheath around our nerves. Did you know that B6, found in meat, fish, poultry, bananas and avocados, is involved in over 100 enzyme reactions in the body? So I need a little bit of notes there to kind of keep me going on the right track. So let's have a look. Here's white rice. You can feel how smooth and polished it feels. And here's brown rice. You can feel it's much coarser because it contains the outside. Now, I'll be honest, brown rice doesn't quite taste as good as polished white rice. So sometimes I'll just add maybe half a cup in the rice cooker to 1.5 cups of white rice, so you can get a little bit of it. And you can see again the white wheat flour and the whole wheat, much coarser. A really good trick is to look for this symbol. See this symbol, 100% whole grain. Here's some bulgur wheat. So look for this, and you can see it again on the whole wheat flour. Try to look for more grains with this symbol, and maybe try and incorporate quinoa, teff, sorghum, amaranth, bulgur, wheat, and what other wheats have we got? Farro, spelt. And there's a really wonderful account I started following, and he's an amazing bread maker, Blackheart Bread Co. And I've shared some of his posts. He really has a heart for producing healthy whole grain breads, and he shares the process and how the intricacies of it and how it's not quite as easy to make, but he's really a talented bread maker. I'm learning a lot from following him. Try to have more lentils and pulses in your diet. Remember, we're not just feeding us, we're feeding the bacteria dwelling in our large intestines. They're more varied and higher in fiber, both soluble from fruits and vegetables and insoluble from a lot of whole grains. Our diet is, the happier these little critters are. They are fantastic. They also produce vitamins for us. They produce butyrate, which is the main food for the colon cells. They produce neurotransmitters and overall keep us more healthy. So we're also feeding them. An interesting point to know if you want a gluten-free diet for gluten sensitivity or celiac disease, a lot of highly refined, that's my rice cooker, a lot of highly refined gluten-free products are not enriched like our regular wheat products are with the nutrients they've taken out in the milling process. So try to go for more whole grains, like I just mentioned, because you can see nutritionally they're wonderful. You can see in this book here, you can't see it, but also look for enriched, or consult with a registered dietitian. Maybe a multivitamin might be useful at the beginning. So there's a little bit about whole grains. Popcorn is a whole grain too, and isn't that delicious? And you know, you can also pop sorghum and amaranth as well, and those are also wonderful gluten-free options. Let me know what whole grains you like, what have you experimented with, and what would you like to try?